Preview, it's AK-47, July 7th through the 11th. Those lucky numbers are coming up this week. Hopefully another big week. I'll get to the small caps and how special and spiky they've been. And of course, I'm doing my own thing here. Prime Trading Investments been doing one-on-one since 2021. Left Tradecaster, Dex finally not doing the whole streamer thing, going solo for the most part. All the streamers are leaving, so it's time to do my own thing. So I already had my morning alerts done through WhatsApp, right? So come join my one-on-ones. Besides my one-on-ones I've been doing in the morning alerts through WhatsApp. You can also sign up for my morning live stream, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. Eastern. Daily live stream commentary for about 3 hours. You get some intermittently throughout pre-market when there are plays to be had, and I'll go over some of those small cap plays I'm talking about. And, of course, non-stop commentary starts about 15 minutes before the opening bell, going for about 2 hours after that, and then an hour or so, if not more, commentary in the afternoon. Always here live throughout, always here in my office. So, again, my live stream is up. That doesn't mean when I'm not talking, I'm not around. If I'm not talking, I'm most likely in and out of the office and here looking at stocks, going over, doing one-on-ones, going over other charts for other traders. So I'm always around for you to ask questions, even if you don't hear me on the mic. $30 a month for the morning alerts. That's nothing. I have some traders like Rick C up over $450,000, almost $500,000. I've got CR Trader. It's up probably almost $350,000. I have two traders that are up $750,000 and they've had the morning alerts. Rick C last March of 2024, and CR Trader April of 2024. Those were my big hit success stories. Then I've got other traders that are up $50,000, $60,000, $100,000. And yes, I have some that do cancel. But if you take all the traders that have signed up, which is hundreds of traders that have signed up, I still have about 150 people in there. We're talking millions of dollars I've made for traders in a $30 a month investment. Like Rick C, he's probably paid $400 or so, $450 worth of morning alerts, and has made $400,000+. So $400 into $400K. Morning stream is only $70 a month, $700 for the year. If you want to go yearly or if you want to pay monthly, there's not another live stream that's cheap and is going over small caps to large caps. Going long, going short, doing options. The only thing I don't do are futures and Forex. You give me a chart, though, and I can break it down. I break down Qs every day for traders that trade the futures. And, of course, if you have neither and you want to sign up for the yearly, it's $1,000 for the live stream and the morning alerts. I do have the July 4th sale going through the rest of the weekend for these one-on-ones. And, again, success stories like CR Trader, that he did like 3 of these with me. Signed up for the morning alerts. Next thing you know, he's made $300,000+ in a little over a year. If you need any help, these are an hour-long Zoom session. So if you're in Australia, you're in Austria, all the way to New Zealand or Zimbabwe. I'm going from A to Z here. That's what I'm trying to do. I've helped for people in Africa, Ireland, Asian countries over in Asia. You name it, I've worked with literally every continent or someone from every continent except for literally Antarctica. So if you need any help whatsoever, sign up, because these Zoom sessions, the one-on-ones that are done through Zoom, you can do them anywhere in the world at any time of the day. Morning alerts, live stream, you get it through WhatsApp, and it's a private YouTube link. Anywhere in the world you can get these. So if you need any help, it doesn't matter where you're at, I'm like that international broker that can help you. So sign on up. I'll put that link out there for all the traders that are looking to sign up. Now, let's get into the weekly preview and what we have been seeing from the small cap plays. And you can see just a handful of them led off by BMNR. And yes, you are looking at a play that literally went from, and let me make my MACD and my volume a little smaller here. We're talking from 5, whatever it was to start off with, 3, 4, 5, or whatever it was on pre-market, all the way up to 50 in one day, and then eventually the next day up to 75. We chill out, and I told traders, if this chilled into some sort of wedge, that watch for this to squeeze on Wednesday or Thursday for more. And we went up to 161 on Thursday. Yes, a half day, as the market is literally, as you can see here, closed. Well, it shows after hours, but the market, which is really where they do this, it shows normal, right? But that's why, hold on, 1500 usually after hours goes to, it's a little bit different than the reason why the market did close early. But even with the market closing early, look how much movement that had. Crazy. And so what I anticipate this week, after we've had, plays like SON go from 120 to 480, this is on squeeze watch this week. SONN on high squeeze watch for more move up. As you can see, nice good move. CYN was another mover. This was from the Thursday before that led and brought the power into last week. So CYN definitely some move from last week. LCFY was another one that moved at some point last week. I know that moved pretty good. Look at that, from 2 to 13. We're talking RCT, not major, but 150 to 5. So we're seeing some really good spikes here. I know there's some other small cap plays that we saw last week. CMND was maybe another one that ran pretty decent. Yeah, that was on Friday, but we are seeing those. Now we're seeing some shorts too as well. The typical up and then back down, but we're seeing a lot of this. So be careful on the short side. More so, are we seeing some crazy spikes. And then if you aren't shorting at the top, there's not a lot of short under support that's built up. Now, you can short under support and just kind of jump in, but it's more so with momentum most of the time. As you can see here with CYN or CMND on Friday, the only real true thing that was ever built up was this little uptrend channel right through here, right after the open bell. Other than that, there wasn't a lot to short. It was either short the top or that uptrend, and that's it. There's not many trends being built for the shorts and getting multiple throughout the day. It's either happening at the high of day, right? High of day reversals, and even on these plays that are spiking really nicely, as you can tell, there's not a lot of uptrend cracks. There's not a lot of channel cracks, shelf cracks, right? It's mostly shorting at the top. Now for large cap plays, I think we're going to channel up as we did last week, and then possibly even more so into this week, except for the SPY. The SPY here, we are on the 15-15, had that nice, good move on Friday, and we can just see this uptrend channel that really started the week before, and I was right for the most part of the week. Wednesday, Thursday, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, a little bit of an uptrend, but you can see we pretty much channeled. Then on Friday, we exploded. So this played again. I feel like we're going to top out at some point, but it may not happen this week. I think other plays do channel up this week. I think SPY is going to have a little range to it and can move now that it had this big move on. Again, Thursday had not much movement, or should not have been much movement. There was a shortened day in the stock market. I'm going to go up to 630 as your normal high of the week. I'm going to go to 635 for your ultimate high of the week. On the way down, watch this crack under 624. We've got some space to run, and that's where this stock on Monday into Tuesday is going to really have a lot of fun, in my opinion, and you can really look for some good plays on the Qs and SPY. Normally on normal low of day on the way back down, it's a breakout area we couldn't get over. Former 52-week high right around that 618, 620 area. We just go back to the 1 year, 1 day. We can see that 613 was the original 52-week high and the original all-time high. I'm actually going back down to that for your ultimate low of the week. Maybe, I don't think we'll actually get back down there, in my opinion. I'm going to go right here now looking at the chart. So 6, because we held the 615, 615, 50, 615, 75. Somewhere around right through here, the lows for the week, ultimate lows. Normal low of the week, I'm going to go right back here in this kind of breakout area, 618.75 to 619.25, that we held down for the most part into Wednesday, and then finally got that move on Friday or Thursday. So on the way up, 30 normal high, 35 ultimate. On the way down, 1875 normal, ultimate, right around the 15 to 1550 mark. Just going back to these alphabetical plays here. Alphabetical. Apple's another one here that is on this beautiful uptrend. Had a great multi-day move on the way up last week. Every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, every day, right? I don't think that happens again this week. I think after that, we go back and do this right here and what we did the week before last. So on the way up, I'm going to go normal high of the week, somewhere around that 215 mark. Ultimate high of the week goes back up, and you can see here where we're going to finally go back up into. We're finally getting back up into the 220 area, and that's where I'm going to go to for my ultimate high of the week. So ultimate high of the week over 215 was my normal. Ultimate high takes it back up to 217.50, and then over that somewhere close to 220. 220 ultimate high of the week. Now, based on that, I feel like we channel up and 215 ends up being normal high of the week. Going back down below 213 is going to be nice for the short, so pay attention to that whenever we do get it. Under 213, this double bottom base is going to be my normal low of the week. The high from Tuesday, low from Wednesday, low in pre-market Thursday, 210.25. Normal low of the week. Ultimate low of the week goes back down to this 208 level because I still just feel we don't crash back and we get some sort of a channel on the way up and down. AMD, yet another one here that had that great move up, and I knew it was going to base out at some point finally after that multi-day and really weak move up since it based out in the 80s about a couple of months ago now. And I think this week, though, AMD's another one that channels up. So 140 tops, over 140. Watch for a good move back up, and we form a bigger channel than anticipated. So 140 normal high up to maybe 140.85, somewhere right around right there. Ultimate high goes back up to around the 147, 148 mark, and then we just channel up. On the way back on down, watch this boot heel crack of 137.35 area for the move down to Thursday's or Tuesday's low, I should say. Under Tuesday's low, we go to Wednesday's low area of 134. Normal low of the week there for that channel up from 134 to 140. The bigger channel will take it back down to around the 130 mark. So then 130 and 147 could be the bigger part of the channel. I don't think it gets that big. We'll put those level in 130 ultimate low of the week. Another one, I'll just go quickly over here. Amazon, I know a lot of traders love Amazon. I think this channel's up this week as well. I think we form another, in my opinion, on a lot of these plays, we start to channel up. Coin, another one that's going to start channeling up here. We're going to base where 380 is the top, max, and then max low right around, probably, I would say normal low 333, ultimate low back down around 320. Normal high, probably somewhere right around Wednesday before last high 370, ultimate high 380. Go over to CRCL, another bigger mover, but I think we channel up, and we have been since last week. Actually, I think this play breaks out of the channel sometime this week. So watch for Circle here to break out of 200 and to make that, kind of get rid of the channel that we've been in here all of last week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you can see we're in the channel. And it's back under this 170 mark for the short. So under 170, cracks back on down. Ultimate lows moves back down probably to 140, maybe even lower. And ultimately, if we do get out of 170 and over 200, that'll be my normal high and low in case we do channel more. Ultimate going back down, like I said, to around the 140 mark, maybe a hair over it. It could go a little under it, like I said, though, too. Over 200, I'd easily watch for a spike to 220 to 225. I feel we could easily get, though, 40. 40 up, 40 down for the ultimate here. 240 high, 140 to the low side, ultimately. I think that play, watch it. Could happen Tuesday, Wednesday, but at some point this week, there's no way that we channel that long on Circle. Circle will break out of that trend. Another one here, in my opinion, that's going to form a channel being up top here. You can go back to Google. Every time it gets, we'll go to the 1 year one day, actually. When we get up to this area, this 180 mark, I'd have to go further back because it's actually last year, a little bit further back in 2024. When we got up to this 180 mark, you can see it took it a while, and then we break out of it, and we pop up to around the 195 mark and came back on down. Struggled with it for a little bit there as well. So this 180 mark is really, really tough. Now, do we continue to stay in that trend? I honestly don't think we do. Watch for the move up over 182, and then we get the bigger move, in my opinion, up to 190. 182, normal high of the week, 190, ultimate high. On the way back on down, this 175 to 174.50 area, 70, whatever, this 174 mark. We'll call it 174.70. Well, we'll call it 174.50. 175 to 174.50, normal low of the week. Ultimate low, again, I think this play breaks out of this kind of weird little U shape that we're in and cracks back on down, if it does crack instead of breaks, back down to 170. Another one here, in my opinion, let's go to Meta real quickly. I don't think it stays in this mode here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I just don't think that happens through the rest of this week. That channel is already created. Probably doesn't last through the whole entire week, in my opinion. If it does, 710 bottom. This one's a little, because it can be big, it can be small. I'm going to go 710 bottom, 730 top. I don't think that holds, and we go back up, 750 max. I think this is where under 710, where do we go? I think we go sub 700 around 695. 695 ultimate low. NVDA, another good one. Again, all-time high area. Starting to do this, you can see this weird little kind of U shape. I think this one has a good chance to channel up too as well. Now it could pop out of it, but I think this has a good chance to channel. Just because this move down, then move back up, and then traders are going to be like, what do we do after this move back up Thursday? You know, it's kind of like, where are we going, so to speak? I feel on Monday, Tuesday could be a little choppy out of the gate for NVDA after the 3-day weekend. Wouldn't be surprised if not. Of course, on Friday or Thursday, keep saying Friday, but Thursday had bigger movement than I anticipated. So on the way up, I will say as we do a lot of the time, when we form a trend, we may go just a hair over it. So a lot of the time when you form that trend at 161, you'll go up and you think you're going to break out of it and go like 162. And then that ends up being the high. You're like, oh, wow, what a breakout. We went $1 over it. I'm going with 162 normal high of the week. I'm going to go with 165 ultimate high of the week. On the way back on down, I'm going to say we channel the base of it, becomes 156 ultimate low back down to the lows from Tuesday and Wednesday if we form a bigger channel, and say 162 becomes the top, and I am right at the normal, I could see ultimate at this, if that ends up being normal high, I could see that not being normal low in 156 because we won't channel between $6, in my opinion, for the week, and we crack back down to 152 to 151 for ultimate low. So and a lot of time when I'm giving that just for example, if I give this for normal high of the week, and I know I give that for normal low, I doubt if this is my normal high of the week, that the normal low of the week. And I need to give more lessons, and I'll give more videos on how to use these and what my brain's thinking and what is happening in the stock market. But generally speaking, if this then becomes the high, normal, and just it doesn't go higher than that, you're probably not going to channel up in $6 range on NVDA anymore. Now you might, and you've seen it in the past, like right here, right? You see you go 141, that's a $6 channel, and that could happen. But then once you get to all-time highs and a whole new level, you start to get a little bit more movement and bigger range. So if 162 the high, I doubt my normal 156, and that 156 normal low, is my point, would be what? Would come into play and probably would be just the normal low of the week if we go up and 165 ends up being the ultimate high of the week, right? So the channel is there. If that ends up being the high of the week, then we probably come down more than the normal low of the week, and the ultimate ends up being hit. Does that make sense? Very rarely you're going to get hit the ultimate and the whole ultimate high and ultimate low. So hopefully that does make sense. So if I give an ultimate high of 165, that probably means the normal low of the week will be in play. If I give an ultimate low of the week of 150, 150, I bet the normal high of the week ends up being in play. Does that make sense? So if I have ultimate high, normal low. Ultimate low, normal high. Hopefully that makes sense. Over to go to the Qs real quickly. And again, it's going to be a lot like the SPY. Normal high of the week goes up a little bit higher, 560. Normal high of the week, ultimate high of the week, over 560 goes to 565. On the way back on down, normal low of the week, I think we go a little bit lower than the old breakout area of 552.35. I'll go down to 550. Ultimate low of the week goes down to 545. Over to, let's just end it up here with Tesla here. Just go ahead and finish her off. This one I think could range this week. We haven't figured out where we're at right now, so this one could definitely have some good range couple of days. It has been an ugly chart to trade. I'm going to get rid of some of these uptrend channels. They just are not holding anymore. We're out of them. And this is, look at this. We're all over the place. Every day, up, down, all over the place. Normal low of the week, I'm going to go back down to 305. 305 normal low. Ultimate low down to 293, what we hit on Tuesday. On the way up, because it looks like we're going to crack back here on Sunday for some more. Now, maybe we don't, but Tesla has been running different than the SPY and doing its own thing. I'm going to go with this 320 mark as normal high of the week. Ultimate high of the week goes back up to 330. There are your levels. And again, do not forget, if you are interested in a live stream that will have you covered Monday through Friday from small cap to large cap, I have you covered. Again, been doing this live streaming since 2020, daily live stream since 2021, doing one-on-ones with traders since 2021. I have helped traders make well over $1 million across the board. I would love to know what the real number is, but it definitely is millions of dollars that I've helped traders make throughout the years. So if you need help, whether it's morning alerts, and morning alerts are, again, I'm breaking down small cap plays to start off with. So when you see plays starting to spike in pre-market, I'm all over them right out of the gate, like BM&R. Look for this. Here's support. Here's resistance. Here's where you go long. Here's where you go short. Don't go long here. Don't go long. I'm telling you, team, with fake out breakouts, watch the short at the top. Or don't go short. This is a very bullish play. Look to go long. Use these levels. Or, guys, watch for a trend line to VWAP crack. Trend line to VWAP crack. Look for a target here and a target here. When I'm in plays, what my entry is, what the stop loss is. And then I break down what I just did for you every single day. SPY, Apple, AMD, Amazon, Google, PLTR, Circle, NVDA, Meta, Microsoft, anyway, the Qs, Tesla, whatever. Every single day, and give you levels and really give you strong key levels. So you get all that 10, 15, minimum 10, 15, 20 alerts sent to you every single day through WhatsApp, so you can go back through and listen to them. They're actually labeled as well, so you can see exactly what I send to you. So here's the morning alert sign up link. And then boom, I'll make this a little bit bigger, but you can just go back through and you can see here what kind of you're getting every single day. Sorry, I'm on a Samsung right now. Let's see if I can't get this a little bit more clear, holding it from the thing on the back, little pop socket. Is it going to focus? Are you going to focus? No, you're not. You're not at all. Okay, finally, there we go. Well, a little bit. But you do the Apple, AMD, Amazon, right? And I'm labeling through what there's the SPY, small cap plays, and you can go back and you can listen. You can keep going back and you keep going back. You can go back to multiple the days before and what was it? But every single day I'm breaking down plays. And here's just an example of what I call out, like say for the SPY.
Here, and then we'll get the live stream up over to the SPY. Really choppy this morning. Actually, not a lot of movement. Surprise, surprise. 609.50 pre-market high. Over that, watch for a spike up through 610. Each day we're going a little higher than the day before. I'm going to keep that that trend up. We go up to 611 normal high of day there. Ultimate high of day goes up to 612.50. On the way back on down. Watch for a move back under yesterday's high of day, which we're trying to hold that area throughout pre-market.
So I'm breaking down. I'm breaking the play down for you, and that's just a SPY. Here's CYN.
All right, so we have now CYN in yet another downtrend right here in a beautiful bull flag with 1150 as the support. So we're in a really tight flag with right around 1150 support. Watch for the downtrend break back over 1210 for the move up to 1250. Over 1250, she's going to spike up to 13, maybe a hair over it. Again, do not short this play up so high. If you're looking for shorts, it's micro shorts. You're going to get 30 cents here, 40 cents there. This is what I've talked about for years. You don't short when it's overextended off the VWAP unless you're becoming a scalper or trader. Your better shorts, we know where the shorts are always at or below the WAP.
And that was sent at 7:34 my time right here. 7:34, so somewhere right around here. And listen to that play again. Listen to what I said.
All right, so we have now CYN in yet another downtrend right here in a beautiful bull flag with 1150 as the support. So we're in a really tight flag with right around 1150 support. Watch for the downtrend break back over 1210 for the move up to 1250. Over 1250, she's going to spike up to 13, maybe a hair over it. Again, do not short this play up so high. If you're looking for shorts, it's micro short.
I just said.
There you go. There's your downtrend break. Hopefully, some of you guys, I'm not a big long trader in downtrend breaks on a play that's already up 100+% on the day. Boom, shaka, laka, and there we go. We're running right into the old trend line up right now. So right now, your resistance has moved up to around 1235 to 1245 area. It's going to be tough to get
There
back.
you go. So I am breaking these plays down. I said over 1250. It's going to go straight up to 13, maybe a hair over it. It went straight up over 1250 to 13, a hair over it. Then I am breaking these plays down. Small cap, large cap, going long, going short, in pre-market, into the opening bell. If you need any help whatsoever, I have about 150 people signed up for the morning alerts. I've got about 50 people signed up so far for the morning stream. So about in 1 week, AK-47's got about 47 people signed up, and I'm ready to get more and more of you guys in there and banking with me. Again, if you need any help, sign up now. The link is out there. I'll see you guys back here next week for another weekly preview, breaking down these levels and charts. See you then.